Day 15. It is the end of the day. It has been quite a crazy day, and because of daylight savings time, I am just now getting outside and it's a little bit dark, but I am getting my feet in grass. Looks like our grass could use a little help here. It's all dried out. See our birds of paradise. And my orange tree that is still trying to turn orange, but okay. So I did start my day with lifting and Bible time, God time, but it has been quite busy with both of my jobs. So making dinner. I don't know if we'll get more filmed for today, but that does it for the 15th day of Dopamine Detox. Okay, a little more, I guess we can film. So staying away from junky food. This is I get meat from a free-range organic place. So this is ground chicken, and then I'm making some quinoa, and I'm also going to make millet, and I make my millet with coconut milk. So that's kind of a staple for me at least, and I'll be putting this on salad of all things. I like salad and throwing a protein on it, so this will be the protein. I'm out here praying. We've had some overcast mornings, but beautiful anyway. Nice weather. And I wanted to share just a very funny little thing from last night. I was watching a movie with my husband, and he had wanted to watch the first episode of a series of things that I was like, oh boy, is that gonna be dopamine? And he said, well, we just watch one episode. And I said, okay, we've been through this before. You do not ration me on this, even if I tell you I only want to watch one episode and go to bed. We always end up watching more than that because you don't ration me. So anyway, we ended up watching a movie instead. And it was such a bad movie. It was awful. And so I'm going to go this way so I don't disrupt that lady. So at the end of the movie, my husband's like, well, the good news is you didn't lose any dopamine. I was cracking up. I am like, that is the truth. I'll tell you the name of the movie, but we thought it would be good because it had Bruce Willis, and I don't know how to say the guy's name. Michael Chiklis, I think is how you say it. But anyway, 10 minutes gone, but instead 90 minutes were gone for us because that movie was awful. Anyway, on to a new day and trying to avoid bad movies. Is it too much dopamine getting my nails done? Uh-oh. No, I don't think so. Although that is a good question. But I'm very much loving the pink. Okay, so it is actually the middle of the day. I think majority of my work is done, but I did everything in reverse today because I had to get my husband to the airport. So it was an early flight and kind of threw my schedule off, which is perfectly fine. But I am just now getting to some of my prayer journal stuff. I did read Bible this morning. I actually finished my 1-year audio Bible that I started just about the beginning of January. And I ended up on some days going ahead a day or two. And so therefore I ended my Bible app before the whole year was up. But that was super, how do I even explain it? I've done a 1-year Bible reading in the past. And I've done it, I think, a couple times, and then I've read through the Bible, but not like on a Bible plan. This was listening to somebody narrating it, and I have to say that his voice is very soothing. I forget the man's name. He has an accent, but very, very articulate. But listening to him, might have been about 15 minutes a day, but I loved it because I could listen while I was driving. I could listen while I'm putting on my makeup or, whatever. So it very much was a part of my day. I kind of feel weird not having that now. So maybe I'll find another type of thing like that to do. But I highly recommend that. That was really good. So I am kind of in a gel mode right now, and I feel a little bit guilty because it's the middle of the day and I should be, I don't know, doing something productive. But I would say perhaps the most productive thing could possibly be is prayer time. I feel like there have been a lot of interesting answers to prayers, and having that be kind of a central focus for my day has been very, very good to have that focus, and also not having a specific expectation of how the prayers are answered, but just being ready for the answer. So anyway, I really have been enjoying that as being a focus and making it a focus. So, all right, I'm going to get into my prayer journal now. It's a bit of a rainy day, and I found a break in the sprinkling and raining so that I could get out for a prayer walk. The sound of rain. Nothing better than being inside, nice and cozy with rain. I am going to recap my week in this position. Oh my goodness. You probably saw, if you're watching the screen and not just listening, that I ended up with like a food poisoning situation. It's actually was a unknown to me. I was eating something that had sugar alcohol in it. It's like not alcohol, but it's basically a sugar-free version of sugar that like erythritol and anything that has the OL on the end of the word, xylitol, erythritol. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Those are considered sugar alcohols, and some people do not digest them well. And unfortunately, because of my history with my digestion and surgeries and all that, that stuff does not agree with me, and I did not know that I was eating something that had that in it. So I have been lying here for quite a long time, but it's getting better, so that's the good news. But even though I have been kind of laid up, normally I would be binging out on fast dopamine. I have watched some movies, but I intentionally did not get into binge-worthy content of any kind. So that was good. I was tempted, and I think this is always the way that things end up, where if you get derailed by being sick, not sleeping well, something happens, usually that's when everything goes out the window. And rightfully so. I mean, at times there's nothing you can really do to maintain. Like, I've had a lot of people that start a workout program and then they injure themselves or something like that. And so, yeah, I think we're meant to modify, but a lot of times we just make an excuse. So anyway, I'm sure you don't really want to be watching this from this perspective forever. So let me just finish off with saying I've been enjoying doing planning, deciding the things that I want to do that are not high dopamine. Let me see if I can give you a good example. I have my planner starting to get scheduled for this next week, reminding myself to film my chapter of the Bible. I read a couple of these devotionals that get emailed to me that I've gotten kind of backed up, not doing as often as I wanted to. My prayer journal and doing my mom book. I have been still reading this wonderful book. And the plan, when I put it down here, even if it doesn't get done, it's a focus that allows me to redirect my energy toward things that actually give me life and don't drain me. And sometimes when I don't have like a clear idea of the things that I would like to be doing, I will just revert to the easy stuff. And I think that routine is not always going to hold, and that's okay, but I think it's always going to be this little bit of a balance or a tension between being too rigid, but also not being so relaxed that you're not doing anything to move the needle, if that makes sense. So I am really enjoying praying, letting the Holy Spirit kind of lead me where I feel like He's taking me, and it's very wonderful. So we're on day 21 as I'm wrapping up this week, and hopefully I will be on camera for next week. All right, thanks so much for being with me. I will see you at the end of week 4.